Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Tyranny with me, Bring It On. I surrender the effect of another edict, the Edict of Storms here. Now, the winds of Kyros' edict fill the air with thick clouds of rust from the decaying weapons and armor that litter the ground. No natural wind, it hampers your every movement. Minus 20% range damage and minus 10 accuracy. Ugh. Alright, either way we're heading to Caedo Village. Caedo submitted to the disfavored early in the war to avoid bloodshed, and has since been used as a supply depot by Graven Ash's forces. Unfortunately, this has made it subject to coarse raids, which have left its survivors questioning the wisdom of their decision. Alright, let's go. Deal with the Scarlet Chorus causing trouble. Encounter in Lethian's Crossing. The path ahead winds through a patch of twisted oaks. Dry foliage crunches underfoot, and the hymns of insects score the day and night alike. The mingled scents of dill, wheat, and algae sour the air. Barely audible over the crunching of tree litter, you hear a creaking sound, like tightening rope, as the leaf-carpeted soil begins to shift around your feet. You leap for safety. Attempt athletics. Like a storm of whips, a half-dozen green tendrils erupt from the ground. They lash wildly at the air, and the two nearest manage to slap against your thighs and calves, biting through your exposed flesh with fang-like thorns. You pull your limbs free and roll away from the thrashing vines. You identify the attacker. Attempt lore. You've heard of these plants, the Spinehedera. Spinehedera? A rare creeping ivy that spreads from a central flowering stalk. The Spinehedera uses the prehensile vines to trap prey, puncture their skin, and wring from them their blood. Enough damage to the central stalk will kill the plant and neutralize the threat of its vines. A slowly building heaviness in your limbs and blurriness to your vision reminds you that these plants also inject a powerful numbing agent into their victims. You attack the central stalk. Your sword in the heart of the plant earns you a few more welts from the slashing thorns, but you manage to split the stalk down its center. Viscous sap oozes from the twitching creature, and a tangy copper scent lurks in the air. The spasming vines thrash their last, and then go limp. You collect some of the sap and shavings from the vines. Certain such things can be of use to in an apothecary? With sensation slowly returning to your limbs, you continue towards your destination. I guess apothecary could also be a place, not just a person. So maybe I read into that too much. Yeah, some alchemy supplies. Fantastic. Oh, I'm in Caedo Village. Sounds like the origin, like part of an origin story for a Street Fighter character. Some cheese and fruit. Most of Caedo settlers fled as Chorus forces approached. This home, like most others, has been abandoned. Oh, it's not super big, so we'll probably make it to Stalwart this episode as well. But I do want to swing by. Let's avoid that for right now. Do want to swing by the spire on our way back to Stalwart. I guess both spires. Mouthbreather Nefcio and Kypera. Throw down your weapons, Mouthbreather Nefcio, and I give you my word that you and your men will be brought back to Ash, unharmed. Only to face hard labor with the Executioner's axe. Would Ash just forget about the caravans we hijacked? You think you just sweep that under the rug? The soldier softens her tone, but you can detect an undercurrent of something dangerous. I don't deny that you will answer to Graven Ash. His word is law. You'll find yourself subject to his mercy. Lieutenant barks a fatalistic laugh. I'm already familiar with Ash's mercy. He doesn't tolerate the Scarlet Chorus, no matter if we had a decorated career. I can earn my name 10 times over under the voice of Nerat, and it wouldn't matter at Graven Ash's estimate. As far as he's concerned, we're just brigands and pirates, and he grudges us for fighting in his war. This one has a fair point. Graven Ash never wanted the Scarlet Chorus to join the invasion, and only ever saw us as an obstruction. Makes you wonder how he would have fared on his own. I wager the disfavored would have fought themselves into extinction. Or into better organized conquests, free of the division or disagreement. Conjecture is pointless. We will never know. I think Ash would have subjugated the Tears with his army alone. I don't question it for a moment. Tactics and training are enough to win a war. The past of the Scarlet Chorus is an empty promise. He nods to the argument. Looks like this is coming to a head. Debate all you want. You have nowhere to go. Drop your weapons or die here where you stand. Sucks to your options. I have a better idea. His whistle pierces the silence. Get her, boys. Alright, guess we're gonna fight.
Trouble is afoot.
Let's get her back for... Oh, okay. Let's get some buffs out real fast.
No, sorry. You won't get away!
Alright, next up, let's taunt them to get them off of Lantry, because this guy's going straight for Lantry, which I don't appreciate. Polish arms, polish arms. He's going to taunt. Let's get Mirror Image up on Lantry.
Right.
After his Spectral Blur is done. There we go.
No, sorry. Take me.
Alright, then we should have... Let's actually use Sunder on this guy.
Will do.
And Eternal Flame on this guy.
I'm on it.
Alright, Lantry's still doing okay. Let's get some more healing. Let's haste Verse instead.
That once.
Alright, Lantry, heal yourself, buddy. Actually, get this out first. I keep delaying his healing. I'm gonna regret that. But so far, it's fine.
Sorry, can't do that.
Alright. Let's skewer them. I forgot the name of that ability. And let's see. I should probably use this too. It's only once per rest. I can hold on to that. I don't need to use it right now.
Right.
Alright, let's finish this fight up and call it a day. Let's see.
I got it.
You got it.
Alright, I got the last kill. I will stay vigilant out here, Fatebinder. He shouldn't have anywhere else to run. Oh, did the guy get away? Didn't pay that much attention. Follow Mouth Breather and FCO into the settler's home. Okay. Take care of that in just a second. Ironwalker's Crest. Something to sell. So, did all that his favorite die except for the, named one? Kypera? I only see the one body. Iron Guitar and a gate. Some raw meat and fish. Also, I think the raw meat poisons you. Like, it's a guaranteed poison if you use it. So it might be worth equipping. Did I sell it? Equipping this, the cleansing charm on my main character when I use the raw meat, just so he doesn't get poisoned. Also, I should use consumables for that fight. Oh well. Not a big deal. Well, let's level up. Barrack real fast. Let's give him some more health. And then here, what to get? You can engage more enemies. I'm tempted to get Retribution, so after using Clash of Iron, Barrack will attack twice with his normal strikes for a short time. I think that'll circumvent his really weak recovery time, or his really bad recovery time. So I'm going to grab this. Because his recovery, what is his recovery time? 5.4 seconds. Yeah, so that'll help circumvent that whole ordeal right there. Let's get some. So let's do this. Equip that real fast. And that should prevent us from being poisoned. If I swap it back, still not poisoned. Awesome. Alright, quick save and move forward. Curses. No way out. Hey you. I'm assuming from that look on your face, you're not here to help me escape. He eyes you with suspicion. Turn yourself over to the disfavored and be spared. As if I would ever believe such a lie. I just as quickly run my blade through my guts and face a swifter death. But I'll start by killing you. It'd be boring to die alone. Okay, works for me. Let's get some buffs out and take care of these guys. Make sure I get all my buffs out before we engage. I probably don't need polished arms because I don't think they're very armored. But just to be safe. Yeah, take care of this guy for me, Verse. We don't need a spellcaster back there.
You got it.
See, 75% chance to hit. I'll take that. Alright, he's in a little bit of trouble. We can keep him alive, no problem though. Got plenty of healing. So you go ahead and hit him with the thrusts. Alright, Lantry, hook him up with some healing after that buff. Where's it at? Let's use Restoring Touch first. This would be a good cleave. Alright, good. He's still in really good shape. Let's see. So we can paralyze this guy. And this guy. We need some more healing anyway, so that'd be a good way to handle that. Let's see. Don't think I need a taunt right now, but a little bit of healing and a potential paralyze is always welcome.
I'm on it.
It's a really good shot. Do we have any more CC like that? No, I got rid of most of it. Let's haste Barrack, I guess. Main character needs to heal himself. Verse is still doing okay. Get some fire damage back here, I guess.
You're not going anywhere. You got
flame. This is still on cooldown. Such a long cooldown. Alright, let's thunder this guy. Barrack, use your taunt, buddy. Then striking iron this guy. Might be enough to kill him. Well, he's not engaged by these guys yet, so maybe not. Alright, and another cleave would be nice. Took out 2 with 1 cleave. That feels good. That feels good. Alright, screw it. Taunt this guy. Oh, I'm in a little bit of trouble.
I will aid you.
A little more healing on my main character. Keep him in the fight. No reason to risk not healing him. Sure. Alright, let's wrap this up. Secure Caedo Village for the disfavored. Easy peasy. Oh, I keep forgetting they blow up after we kill them. At least some of them do. Bloodchainer Staff, Bloodchainer Bracers, and Bloodhound Sandals. And a broken staff. Well, let's finish looting, then we'll look at all that. Water and some fruit. Blood moss, and some beast blood pollen.
I'll be your shadow.
Can't do that.
Cool. Alright, so what do we pick up? Oh, I assume these were unique. They are not. Oh, those are heavy armor. Alright, how do they compare? Oh, I'm not gonna... It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna swap out Binding of Shadows for anything. Yep, not worthwhile. Alright, let's talk to Kypera before we leave. I can hear the squeals from out here. Oh, you might thank Spadebinder. Yeah, if you say so. To interior. Alright, don't see anything new. Let's head back to Iron Hearth and turn in that quest. Well, better yet. I'm sitting on a little money. I'm gonna hire both of these guys. The ingots and the bronze and iron ingots. For right now. In fact, one day, 6 hours. How long until the other one? Oh, same thing because I go to the... Okay, so the other one is a shorter distance. Let's go there. Why does it keep doing that? Here we go. Let's go here. At the very least, we can sell some of the stuff we picked up. And we'll talk to the 2 new recruits that we hired as well. Praxis, Master of Smelting, and Thantos, Master of Brazing. Let's talk to this guy first. And sell our stuff. Alright, Praxis. The man's face lights up the moment you approach. Ah, Governor Donnell. Is it alright if I refer to you by your old form of address? We've yet to have someone run Lethian's Crossing as well as you did. So far as I'm concerned, the mantle will always be yours. He fidgets with his hammer anxiously for a moment, before lowering his voice. If I may be so bold, I have a question for you. Ask away. Praxis' eyes light up with the same intensity of the forge behind him. From where does Kyros' power truly stem? Is it from the magic of edicts? Is it from archons? Or perhaps from the loyal subjects and their toil? Yeah, I'd argue the commoners of the world are the source of Kyros' power. It is their collective submission that legitimizes Kyros' rule. Yes, one's power is often measured by how great we perceive that power. Praxis quietly nods to himself for a moment, almost forgetting you were ever there. Ah, my apologies for indulging myself in the philosophical. Is there anything I can do for you? Now, what have you made for me? I don't have anything for you at the moment. Check back later. Recruits can generate items for you while you're gaining experience by bench. Oh, so it's not a time thing. I guess that's a way to balance it, since experience isn't really hard to come by. But that way you can't just sit here and rest at the spire until they, create you a bunch of free stuff. That's fair. Alright, Thantos. Fatebinder. The man crosses his arms, revealing his scorch-marked forearms. These forges burn with an energy I've not seen in some time. His eyes return to the flames of the forge. It must be true that these spires enhance all matters of magic. And what have you made for me? I don't have anything for you at the moment. Check back later. Alright, let's talk to Volus. I don't think I picked up any recipes or anything for him to do. Though I could get some of these. I still need another recruit at the forge. I have 4, right? Yeah. I don't know if it's worth the investment. Like, an artifact is probably worth the investment since they can upgrade their effects as you use them. This is the one I really want, though. Oh, that's expensive. I mean, I'm almost there. If I sell the armor I currently have equipped, I can afford this. Well, no, because I have to hire another recruit, so I won't be able to afford this yet. I'm close, though. So let's go ahead and hire another... In fact, let me see. I want to see if there's any that require 6 recruits. Start with the artifacts, because they're probably the most expensive. Hound's Hide Mantle. So yeah, you need a unique item for this, but you also need 6 recruits. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and hire 2 more just to have it done. So the light armor merchant and... We'll just get the cheap guy, because I don't really care for the... Well, the master trainer is probably worth more, right? Because it's just a standard skill trainer. This is a master trainer. I don't know if it's worth the investment. I'm not invested in training right now, so I'm going to get the cheaper option, just so I have 6 recruits. And I can always dismiss him and then hire this guy later on if I want to. So, with that in mind... How much is my armor worth? Only 6 bronze. Okay, well that is... we're not going to do that. Let's get that weapon, though. Sentinel. There's a few items I can get. I don't know if they're all worthwhile or not. That's probably something I fiddle with off camera, so I can make an optimal decision. I don't want to rush it. So what I'll do is I'll go back here. I'm going to go back and talk to the new guys that I just hired, and then we'll go to Iron Hearth and turn in that quest. Well, do I want to go to Iron Hearth yet? Because, again, I want to... Yeah, I can turn in the quest. I should have just went to Iron Hearth while I was there, because I was going to come back here anyway.
I got it.
Alright, so Ragus, or Ragus? The man shuffles back further towards the wall behind him, avoiding as much eye contact with the horizon as possible. Fatebinder. The man nods to you, but his eyes continually dart to the horizon behind you as he speaks. I appreciate the opportunity to serve you. I just had never imagined that, he gulps, such heights would be involved. Show me what you have for sale. Rockbiter Vambraces. Plus 4 unarmed damage, rending on weapon crit, foe target -1 armor. A Rockbiter is a result of a collaboration between the Forgebound and Earthshakers, who poured their knowledge of Karen's magic into a pair of hardy Vambraces. That seems okay. Bloodhound Hood. Char-coated leather girdle. Plus 10 armor versus fire, stolen. Fire-resistant garments were popularized by the fall of the Vellum Citadel and the influx of scavengers seeking singed manuscripts of forbidden lore. Okay. Well, not super interested in that. Alright, Nicostus. The Forgebound levitates a small glowing orb of flame in his hand, before suddenly clenching it with his fist, smothering the flame into nothing but smoke and ash. A strong blade at your side isn't the only implement of war at your disposal. He holds out his arm again, and instantly it becomes engulfed in a field of electricity. I devoted my life to understanding the elements, and I only grow in that knowledge by teaching others. Ask, and I shall train you. I'd like to train. Which is actually a lie. I don't want to train.
I got it.
Alright, let's head to Iron Hearth, turn in that quest, then I'm going to head back to the Spire on camera, in case there's a random encounter. Like an encounter in Vendrian's Well. After a few hours of difficult travel through an area with dense undergrowth, you happen upon a small stream where you can refill your water skins and wash the sweat from your brow. Nearby you spot a large copse of narrow trees, with leaf-bearing vines coiling around their trunks. As the vines snake upward, dozens of thin yellowish-green stems spring forth along the plant's cane, some of them stiff and upright, others drooping downward like long hairs. At the end of these stems, an explosion of bright orange berries radiates outward, ripe and abundant. To your eye, they appear to be bristleberries. They're a very distinctive fruit, nutritious and energizing. They're also unfortunately exceedingly similar in appearance to bristlebane, a berry that is tolerated by beastmen and animals, but rather toxic to humans. Examine the berries. Clustered together in tight drupelets, the berries vary from bright orange to a yellowish-orange color. The size of each individual fruit differs slightly between bristleberry and bristlebane, but it's very difficult to determine without the two side by side. Examine the vine's leaves. The leaves extending from the main vine are bright green and lobed, with edges resembling undulating hills. This matches an old saying you recall about the berries. Leaves like hills, safe from chills. Leaves like rain, unending pain. The berries appear to be safe. Rub the berry pits against your skin. Better to test with your skin rather than your stomach. You break off a cluster and mash the berries between your fingers, revealing the tiny pits inside. Working in slow circles, you rub them against your arm for a few seconds. Your skin remains free of any stinging rash, which you take as a good sign. Eat the berries. You adopt a cautious approach, filling your pouches with berries while eating only a single cluster. The fruit is sweet and tart, surprisingly juicy for its size, and the thought of immediately eating another handful is tantalizing, but you restrain yourself. With the stream as your guide, you follow the dense forest and eventually reach the main road with little difficulty. You follow. You cut through the dense forest, or you follow the dense forest? I feel like it's two different sentences there. The rush and sugar of euphoria puts a spring in your step. Certain you spotted your edible berry from the toxic, you tear into your pouches and devour the berries, invigorated by every bite. Satisfied, you bound down the road, revitalized for the journey to come. Heals 2% max wound, heals 2% max health every 3 seconds, and minus 20% recovery time. Cool. Cool. now speed up and go turn in this quest real fast. I need to remember if I go talk to Graven Ash, I need to swap out Verse for somebody else. Greetings. Have you dealt with that troublesome lieutenant? Yes. Yet. Jeez. I killed the Scarlet Chorus lieutenant. Indeed you have, and well done. One less reason for me to look over my shoulder. Here you go. Fair payment for a job well done. He passes you a loop of rings. Is this all? These are hardly an assassin's wages. Whoops. Are you an assassin or a sworn servant of the court? Don't answer that. If you're confused about the difference, then I don't want to hear about it. Take your blood money. He tosses you a few more rings. Back to my questions. I go on, what do you need? Alright, farewell. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. But what's done is done. Let me check my standing with... Yeah. It was worth it for some more money, because if I want to buy that commander's plate. That's what I've got to do. But yeah, that subterfuge check was definitely out of my character's personality. And I regret doing it, but again, I see the skill checks and I like default to it. I have to fight against my nature to roleplay this game. Alright, which one of these guys? He's a producer. Let's go talk to this guy. A sweat for the forge. What do you need, Fatebinder? You have something for me already. He nods. Let me show you what I have already. Bronze greatsword, iron war mace, bronze javelin, iron axe, and a lot of camping supplies. So that's stuff I can sell easily. That might give me enough to actually pay for the commander's plate. Let's see. That is enough. Alright, actually let's go make that real fast, because I know that I want that piece of equipment regardless. But then, off camera I'll decide what weapons and stuff that I want to make. Or a shield for Barrack, or whatever. I'll compare the costs and the stats. What am I doing? Oh yeah, crafting. Greetings, Fatebinder. How may I help you? Have you completed forging an item for me? The recruits have been hard at work. Let me show you what they've done. 1 iron ingot. Oh, good job, guys. Alright, let us craft commander's plate. We've already read the description, so I'm not going to do that again. Recruits have begun crafting. Alright, so how long does it take? Can I just leave and come back? Alright, no, I'm gonna go a little over time here because I want to see how this works. While I'm thinking about it. Because the recruits, all you have to do is leave and come back, and then you get your item. So I'm hoping that's the case here, and that I don't need to go get experience in order to get the item that I'm forging. Because that'd be a huge hassle. Alright, so they are still forging it. That sucks. It only costs money too, it didn't take any of my resources, so we still have plenty of stuff to work with in order to craft other items. So neat. Alright, I'm gonna call the episode here. In the next one, we'll probably start by forging a few items before we go back to... or head to Stalwart for the first time, and deal with the quest there. Thanks for watching, see you guys in the next one.